all of North America. Yeah, you heard that right. More than an entire continent-sized region, which is exactly Earth. And today, we're going to find them. Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, the kingdom of the mountain gorillas. Birdwatchers consider it one of Africa's greatest destinations. Rare and colorful birds fill the forest canopy. Their calls echo through the trees from dawn until sunset. and that's becoming increasingly rare. Now I want to hear from you. If you could choose only one experience, would you trek through Bwindi to meet mountain gorillas? Or would you explore Kidepo on a classic African safari? Drop your answer in the comments. Beautiful coastlines. For thousands of years, communities have depended on these waters. Fishing villages line the shoreline. Traditional wooden boats depart before sunrise. Generations of families continue lifestyles connected directly to the lake. The lake also plays a vital role in feeding the Nile River. Without Lake Victoria, the world's longest river wouldn't exist in the same way we know it today. That's a pretty impressive resume for a lake. Wildlife thrives here too. Colorful birds gather along wetlands. Fish support local economies. And hidden among the shoreline ecosystems are countless species that contribute to East Africa's incredible biodiversity. It's one of those moments that reminds you why people travel. Not for photos, not for social media, but for experiences that stay with you forever. Kampala, Uganda's vibrant capital. Now, let's switch gears completely, because after exploring mountains, forests, waterfalls, and lakes, It's time to experience Uganda's energetic urban heart, Kampala. Uganda's capital city is built across a series of rolling hills, and from the moment you arrive, you feel the energy. Traffic flows through busy streets, markets buzz with activity, music spills from restaurants and cafes, and people seem to be moving everywhere at once. It's organized chaos, and somehow, it works. Kampala perfectly blends Uganda's past and present. Historic landmarks stand beside modern buildings. Traditional culture coexists with growing business districts, and centuries of history continue to shape daily life. Meanwhile, bustling markets offer a completely different experience. Fresh produce, street food, handmade crafts, fashion, electronics. You name it, it's probably being sold somewhere in Kampala. And if you're a food lover, you're in luck. The city offers everything from traditional Ugandan dishes to international cuisine. Every neighborhood feels slightly different. Every street reveals something unexpected. What I personally love about Kampala is the people. Friendly, welcoming, genuine. The kind of people who make visitors feel at home almost immediately. And the country's greatest attraction isn't just its wildlife, or its landscapes, or its waterfalls. It's the people. Quick question, what's been your favorite location so far? Lake Bunyonyi? Cepi Falls? The source of the Nile? Bwindi? Kidepo? The Ruwenzori Mountains? Or Kampala? Drop your answer below. And if you've made it this far in the video, type Pearl of Africa in the comments so I know you're part of the top-tier travels family. Because our adventure isn't over yet. Not even close. Coming up, we're heading to one of the most powerful waterfalls on Earth. A place where the Nile River squeezes through a narrow rock gorge before exploding into a thunderous display of raw force. Then, we'll uncover Uganda's breathtaking highlands and finally reveal why Winston Churchill famously called this country the Pearl of Africa. Trust me, the best is still ahead. We've trekked through ancient rainforests, stood face-to-face with mountain gorillas, explored hidden valleys, crossed legendary rivers, and climbed into Africa's mountains of the moon. But now, it's time to witness one of the most powerful displays of nature anywhere on Earth. Murchison Falls, where the Nile explodes. Imagine one of the world's greatest rivers, the Nile. A river that stretches thousands of miles across Africa. A river powerful enough to shape civilizations. Now imagine forcing all that water through a narrow gap only about 23 feet wide. What happens next? Pure chaos. Welcome to Murchison Falls, Uganda's most powerful waterfall, and arguably one of the most underrated natural wonders on Earth. As the Nile approaches the falls, everything seems calm. The river flows peacefully. Wildlife gathers along the shoreline. Birds soar overhead. Then suddenly, the entire river is compressed into a narrow rocky gorge. The pressure builds, the current accelerates, and the water erupts through the gap with unbelievable force. The result is absolutely insane. Millions of gallons of water crash downward into the gorge below. Mist shoots high into the sky. The ground vibrates beneath your feet, and the roar can be heard from miles away. It's not just something you see, it's something you feel. Standing here reminds you how powerful nature really is. No special effects, no editing tricks, no filters, just raw energy. Below the falls, the river transforms once again. The violent rapids give way to calmer waters, and those waters become home to one of Africa's richest wildlife corridors. The wildlife of Murchison. Boat safaris here are legendary, and for good reason. As you cruise along the Nile, animals seem to appear everywhere. Elephants emerge from the bush, hippos gather in enormous pods, massive Nile crocodiles bask along muddy banks, buffalo roam nearby grasslands, and colorful birds fill the skies above. Every bend in the river reveals something new. Every moment feels unpredictable. This is Africa at its most cinematic. And honestly, It's easy to see why wildlife filmmakers love this place. The Uganda Highlands, the landscape that created a legend. Now, let's head toward the regions that help define Uganda's identity, the Highlands. Stretching across both eastern and western Uganda, these elevated landscapes create some of the country's most beautiful scenery. Rolling hills, terraced farms, tea plantations, coffee fields, mountain forests, and valleys that seem to continue forever. The climate here is cooler, the air feels fresher, and the scenery changes dramatically with every mile. Many of Uganda's finest agricultural regions are located within these highlands. Coffee thrives here, tea thrives here, and generations of farmers have shaped the landscape into a patchwork of green terraces. It's one of the reasons Uganda's countryside feels so vibrant, so alive, so productive. And it's also one of the reasons Winston Churchill became so fascinated by this country. Driving through Kampala feels like moving through a giant landscape painting. Every turn reveals another breathtaking view. Every ridge opens another valley. Every hill seems more beautiful than the last. This area also serves as a gateway to many of Uganda's most famous natural attractions, including nearby gorilla And if today's adventure blew your mind, your next watch is waiting. Thank you for joining me on this unforgettable adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and keep discovering the extraordinary places hidden across our incredible planet. I'll see you in the next journey. The adventure never ends.